Football logos are more than just badges. They're symbols that fans cherish and embody. But when clubs try to change them, things don't always go smoothly. Today, we're looking at 9 football logos that caused major controversy and were quickly scrapped. Let's jump right in. Marking their centenary in January 2018, Leeds United introduced a bold new crest, a blue and gold shield featuring a stylized torso performing the Leeds salute, a fist over the heart meant to symbolize loyalty. What was intended to inspire passion quickly sparked anger. Fans and media alike slammed the badge as awful and horrendous, with some likening it to heartburn medicine or political propaganda. A petition demanding its removal gained over 70,000 signatures within days, exposing a deep disconnect between the club's claim of extensive fan consultation and supporters' feelings of exclusion. The controversy dominated headlines, with politicians and former players joining the conversation, while social media exploded with memes mocking the design. Under immense pressure, Leeds scrapped the crest within a week, issued a public apology, and returned to their classic shield, a clear reminder that true loyalty means listening to the fans. A similar story unfolded at Everton in 2013, when the club attempted a modern refresh of their iconic crest. The new design removed 2 cherished elements: the historic Latin motto Nil Satis Nisi Optimum, and the traditional laurel wreaths. Although the central image of Prince Rupert's Tower remained, fans were quick to voice their displeasure, with over 22,000 signing a petition condemning the badge as awful and embarrassing. The backlash was so intense that one devoted supporter even traveled from Spain to Goodison Park just to express his frustration in person. Supporters felt the redesign stripped away vital parts of the club's identity and history. Recognizing the mistake, Everton issued an apology and launched a fan consultation, ultimately restoring the motto and traditional elements in a new badge that was voted on by the fans, proving that sometimes, tradition can't be modernized away. Elsewhere in Europe, FC Barcelona in 2018 proposed a modernized crest that removed the iconic FCB initials from the center, a symbol deeply tied to the club's identity and Catalan heritage. The redesign also simplified the badge by enlarging the blue and claret stripes, reducing their number, and removing the black outlines for a cleaner look that was aimed at better digital adaptability. However, the changes sparked intense backlash from members and fans, who felt the removal of FCB was a step too far and demanded a full referendum rather than a simple assembly vote. Social media and press reactions were overwhelmingly negative, with supporters insisting on preserving the traditional crest. Recognizing this, club president Josep Maria Bartomeu withdrew the vote at the members' assembly, emphasizing the need for reflection. The Blaugranas shelved the redesign indefinitely, continuing to proudly wear their classic badge that was last updated in 2002. National teams have faced similar challenges. The Norwegian Football Federation's 2008 attempt at modernization saw the unveiling of a crest featuring a stylized dragon, intended to evoke Viking heritage and symbolize national strength. Yet, the redesign controversially removed the Norwegian flag from the front of the logo, a symbol central to the team's identity for decades. The decision sparked nationwide outrage, with fans, media, and former players condemning the change as meaningless and untraditional. Headlines in major outlets criticized the new logo as cartoonish and disconnected from national pride. Responding swiftly, the federation's president acknowledged the backlash, emphasizing the importance of the national team to Norwegians. The dragon logo was quickly scrapped, and the Norwegian flag was restored to the crest. Today, the national team proudly wears a revised emblem centered around the flag, underscoring how deeply national symbols resonate in football identity. Club-level controversies continued with Atletico Madrid's 2017 crest update, which introduced a stylized bear and strawberry tree, thicker red stripes, and fewer colors, all designed for digital platforms and marketing. The bear's direction was reversed, and historic gold trim and details were removed. Fans reacted strongly, calling the new logo too corporate and disconnected from the club's rich heritage. Supporters felt excluded from the decision, leading to chants like "hands off the badge" at matches and widespread merchandise boycotts. The redesign became a flashpoint for broader concerns about the club's identity. After years of protests, nearly 70,000 members voted in a 2023 referendum, with 89% favoring a return to the classic 1947 crest. The Roji Blancos restored traditional elements to their crest in July 2024, celebrating a fan-driven victory that underscored the emotional power of football crests beyond marketing strategies. The Russian club Rubin Kazan experienced a similar backlash in 2013 after unveiling a bold new badge designed by Interbrand. The crest featured a stylized mythical dragon Zealand, symbolizing the city's heritage and the club's role as a cultural ambassador. Ruby elements reference strength and versatility, directly tying into the club's name, which means ruby in Russian. Despite the agency's thoughtful explanation, fans reacted strongly against the drastic redesign, with major supporter groups like the Rubin Ultras condemning it as disrespectful to the club's traditions. They criticized the club for frequent changes and urged a boycott of all merchandise featuring the new crest. Facing ongoing protests and backlash, Rubin Kazan abandoned the 2013 logo in 2016, reverting to a modernized version of their traditional emblem, proving that in football, heritage often outweighs rebranding ambitions. Cardiff City's 2012 badge controversy further illustrates the emotional weight of club symbols. New owner Vincent Tan unveiled a redesign that drastically reduced the iconic bluebird, a symbol central to the club's identity for much of its history, and placed a large red Welsh dragon at the forefront. Tan argued that this change would help the club appeal to international markets, especially in Asia, by highlighting the red colors and Wales' national symbol. However, fans were outraged, feeling the bluebird's demotion erased the club's soul. Supporters protested, boycotted merchandise, and campaigned fiercely for a return to the traditional design. The backlash was so intense that after 3 turbulent seasons, the club reversed course and restored the bluebird to prominence in 2015. This incident stands as a striking example of how football badges are more than logos. They are emotional touchstones deeply tied to a club's heritage and identity. French football was not immune to these tensions. Girondins de Bordeaux's logo redesign in June 2020 reordered the club's name to Bordeaux Girondins and introduced a muted gray-white chevron alongside gold accents, sidelining the traditional deep navy and white colors. The full club name and the FC initials were removed, leaving only Bordeaux Girondins and the founding year in a simplified modern shield. Fans saw this as a shift from the club's historic identity towards city branding, sparking outrage, especially from the Ultras, who called for boycotts and protests. Demonstrations erupted outside City Hall, and the new crest was even vandalized at the club store. Supporters flooded social media with criticism, accusing the leadership of erasing the club's heritage. When new owner Gerard Lopez took over in 2021, he quickly restored the classic crest and colors, reaffirming the importance of tradition in football identity, despite the brief, divisive rebrand. Wrapping up the list, American club Louisville City FC faced its own branding crisis in late 2019. The club unveiled a new logo featuring a modern shield with the phrase LouCity instead of the full name, and introduced black and gray tones alongside the club's signature purple, replacing the previous gold accent. Fans reacted swiftly and negatively, criticizing the generic corporate look and feeling excluded from the redesign process. The backlash was so strong that the club halted merchandise production featuring the new crest within days. Club owner Brad Estes publicly apologized, admitting the rollout had failed fans and promising better engagement. Working with a local agency and involving supporters, Louisville City FC scrapped the unpopular 2019 design and in 2020, unveiled a new crest featuring a purple shield with 3 white fleur-de-lis and the full club name again. The new crest was warmly welcomed, showing the power of tradition and fan input in football branding. And there you have it, 9 football logos that sparked outrage and got scrapped, proving just how powerful club identity really is. Which logo surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more football stories. And as always, try to keep the passion of this great sport alive. Out of Play says goodbye.